Okay, hello again. This is BGFH, and I'm back for another video on Illegally Sighted here. We've been taking this crazy, a lot more crazy than I expected anyway, this really weird journey through the Stanley parable. And I'm thinking this may be the last video, unless this last door that I can think of that we haven't explored yet. Unless that goes on to some really weird, branching, crazy stuff as well. I think we're probably going to be wrapping it up here soon. Because I think the only door that we really haven't gone through is we've done everything on the left door when we had that first split. And I can't think of anything that we didn't go down over there, because we went up the stairs. And then we had the first real ending that he told us to, and then we went off to the side path and got seemingly killed. And then we went down the stairs and did that weird repeating mess. And then we took the right path, which got us through all kinds of nonsense over the last couple of videos. So we're going to take the right path again, but we're going to go straight instead of taking that first left.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And even though it is, we're going to ignore it again because we've already heard it before. Although I almost wish, now that I think about it, I almost wish we didn't skip it. Maybe I'll have to play the beginning one more time at the end of this video or at the end of the series here, because I'm curious if that changes. I know, but before I thought that they were just going to play the same intro over and over, but with the weird little things that have happened here and there, I'm hoping I didn't miss some weird subtle change that clued us into like something else we could do. So I apologize.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So yeah, I apologize in advance, or in general, if I did inadvertently miss something by skipping that intro cutscene over and over again. I just figured that to speed the videos along and not have you guys watch the same thing over and over again at the beginning every time, I figured that I would skip them for you. So I guess we'll never know. So let's continue on the path, and we're going to get to our little... Here's our split.
Set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And we're going to go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let's see what wisecrack we get this time for the so exciting employee lounge.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
I love the fact that they have so many ways to describe this simple employee lounge.
Really worth it being here in the room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So what we're going to do is we're not going to go on this door on the left, and instead we are going to go straight ahead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so we can look at all this stuff over here. And we'll go through this door here, I guess, to the left. Okay, now we're in this big old room here. Can I go in here? Nope.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Oh, can I walk off of that, I wonder?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is
Yes, I can.
nothing. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley
Yes.
leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, you know, I had to try it. I had to do it. Whoa. Where's that phone? Which one is ringing?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, that was new. All right. So the bizarreness just keeps, they keep layering stuff in. Every time I think I'm wrapping things up, we get another little thing to try.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
We're gonna go to
he
the
entered
right.
the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
I don't know why, but it just amuses me that they you know,
Yes,
of all the
really,
rooms,
really worth it being here in
you
the
keep
room.
coming to this one, and they have amazingly a
Even though
wide
all your
variety
coward but eager to get back to business,
of
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
descriptions for it. It's great. And they just get more ridiculous as we go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, I'm not going to kill myself this time. I promise. That was pretty funny, though. Because I noticed, you know, you up until now, like, everything had railings and stuff, so... Oh, what does this say? Do not jump from this bed. I don't know how I overlooked that sign before. I was kind of looking, you know, down, and I didn't even really read what this said. Penalty for... Huh. Damn, that's a pretty stiff penalty. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift. Ah. Well, I don't think you really have to worry about that, because if you do jump off, like I just did, you'll be dead.
Look, Stanley,
So
I
we're
think
not gonna
perhaps
do
we've
that
gotten
anymore.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Now, I wonder... Okay, so that's the only place I can
This
go.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Can't go through there. See, I wondered if I could go down further somehow. Well, let's go through this door, I guess. I want to drive. Let me drive the forklift. You're no fun. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Or I could go down this hallway.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Okay, we're gonna get the dark ending. I guess if you don't count killing myself by jumping off a lift, the dark ending.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press 2. I'm gonna hit 4.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay. T. Press T.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Okay.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Okay, I haven't found that door.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
That's interesting. I wasn't really paying attention to the room. I was just kind of listening to him, and now I notice like the room has totally changed. We got our cube back. 427.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Well.
You see? Can you just not hear me? Can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die. Okay. Oh, where the heck am I now? Okay, so we're back in the cube. And, yeah, okay, I remember...
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The hell? That never opened before. Oh, whiteboard ending. Okay. Weird.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
See, I can't help but think... I don't know, judging by that story that the narrator was talking about, I'm missing...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I wonder if I'm missing...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm gonna go down that door straight across again and see if there's anything I missed in there. And...
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
Okay. That was a new one.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, well, we're gonna go across.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
And I don't know if there's a way... I don't know if I missed something before.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
See, I wonder if I can jump.
Please, stop trying to make every decision. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, that was great. I thought that I might die, but I had to try it, and I'm glad I did. That's cool. And I'm glad I actually landed it. I was scared I was going to actually fall off. So where are we now? Oh. This looks familiar. No? I don't know where this is going to go.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, God, we got more choices and more choices. It just keeps branching. This is crazy. I gotta go through the blue door just because A, I like blue, and B, he told me.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm gonna go through the blue door again.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I won't. We're just gonna keep going and see what craziness we got down this path.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You give me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, you're just fucking with me because now I really, like, he wants me to go through this other door. Oh, which I will. But...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Oh, okay. That's where these buttons come in.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know?
Yes.
Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What do we got here? The Stanley Parable. Okay. Leaderboards.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay. What do we...
The baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Oh.
It's a very meaningful game. all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Okay.
I think the art world will really take notice.
Ah.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Huh. So this is that game that they were talking about in that other ending when they was talking about all those different doors. Alright, into the fire. Sorry, kid. It burns. No.
Heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, where's this going? Ah! Yes!
Any better? At last, the
Minecraft.
one thing I always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough?
And I can't jump.
Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
Oh.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course.
Okay, this is
Finish it all
great.
off. Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay. Oh, this is great. And it's just like a... Yep.
And isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, wow. I don't even know what to say. I mean, this game has just gotten so crazy that this is pretty amazing. Oh, man. This is a pretty damn good Minecraft parody.
Oh, my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Wonder if he's gonna kill me with like a spider or something. I don't have a light. Whee! Holy crap. What we got here?
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. The diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I just heard a zombie coming too. What is he gonna give us this time? I can only imagine. Okay.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself.
Portal.
What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Yes. Okay, this will not make as much sense to you if you have not played Portal. But which I said I will cover Portal on this channel in the future, I promise. I'm sure I'll do at least a low vision spotlight of it because Portal is amazing and awesome and funny. And I'm surprised we haven't heard Gladys yet.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
The Aperture Science Heavy Super Colliding Super Button. Open the door. I know the thing is there, but I have to see if he'll comment on how dumb I am.
Genius.
Okay.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then, I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Okay. So... Uh-oh. Oh, now where the heck am I? Well, this video is going to be a bit long too, you guys, but like I said, I really had no idea that this game was, or that this particular branch was going to take me off on such a long and wild and crazy tangent. Okay. Where, pray tell, are we now? I have no clue what's going on. Is this supposed to be like some early build of this or something? Wait. So we got offices. Oh, this is weird. I have no idea if I'm just supposed to find something in particular. Okay, you know what? I did see, like I said, this looks familiar because of the screenshot that I saw. I think the earlier version, before it got all, you know, made pretty and everything for Source, for the Steam version, I remember this screen. So I think, I want to say maybe this is like his office or something, and like this is the screen where he got his instructions and whatever. Because it looked like he was just sitting there like at the beginning of the game. But I could be completely wrong and I'm just making stuff up to sound good. I have no idea, but... Okay, well, let's wander around a little bit more. Ah, what? Okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh yes, Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, I'm moving around, or I'm looking around, and I can't see a thing. Okay, we got a loading zone here. Wow. Now, I'm just going to walk a little bit ahead.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Make sure none of these other doors are open real quick. They don't have numbers on them anymore. Oh, these do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Let's go to the right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What I am going to do is I am going to go to the meeting
And
room.
here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom. What a room.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm going to go to the office or the meeting room, and then if it doesn't go anything different there, I'm going to restart the story, or I'm going to end the video, restart the story. There are 2 things I want to try, and I'll explain those at the beginning of the next video.
Detour through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead
So we're
to
not
the
going down
opposite
there
door
again.
and got back on track.
Okay, we're going to go to the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alrighty, so we're going to wrap up this video here. I know this one's probably been a little bit longer than most again, but I'll leave it here, and we'll hopefully be wrapping up this Let's Play series here in the next video. So until then, I will talk to you guys soon.